Let's Grow Together by Dr. Sherry Mamjara Tomlinson Tall. Our Post-Trauma Growth. Read by Dr. Tomlinson Tall. Chapter 1. Wash His Feet. The first time I saw Beloved was in a picture that he had sent me. I had met him on an online Pan-African platform in 2020. He was living in the Gambia, and I was in Texas trying to find a way to visit Africa again. I've always told Beloved there were 3 reasons why I did not want to talk to him on a romantic level, but there were actually 4. The first reason was he was from a Muslim country. The second reason was the fact that he was 10 years younger. And the third reason was he told me he was a Pan-Africanist, but his past preferences told a different story. The fourth reason I have never told anyone until now. It was the way his feet looked in the pictures that he had sent me. He always wore sandals, and his feet looked rough and dry, picture after picture. I would look at his face in the pictures, and then I would see those unattractive-looking feet. I was clearly not interested. His feet really bothered me. No way. 3 years later, we would get the chance to meet in person. He's 6'1", me, a little shrimp, 5'4", and it's awkward being with a tall guy. If you know, you know. So there he was, a tall, imposing figure with his unattractive feet, standing in my apartment. I was renting in the Gambia, trying to tell me he was the right man for me. He pursued me daily. He would show up at my door every morning with apples, papayas, avocados, coconuts, and in the evenings, he desperately wanted to be my tour guide. He would show me the hot spots and party places around the Gambia. Some of the most beautiful and peaceful places that I've ever seen are in Africa. It was like chicken soup for my soul. I knew I was home. The Gambia aligned with my core values. My gut instinct had led me back home, back to the home of my ancestors. The pleasure center in my brain had been turned back on again. The Gambia was the perfect place for me. The country has a lot of natural beauty. It's also known as the bird capital of Africa. There were numerous activities to enjoy. Finally, I was far away from the busy, stressful work environment back in Texas. My body didn't feel sick anymore. The pain, the discomfort that I was feeling was gone. The inflammation in my body had disappeared. The internal tension that I'd been feeling for many years was gone. It could have been the water without chemicals. Maybe it was the air without chemicals or the food without chemicals that you'll readily find in the Gambia. Being in the Gambia felt healthy. It felt good. Interacting with my African brothers and sisters every day did a lot to energize me. It was deeply satisfying. There were so many things to engage the conscious mind. After feeling sick one weekend because of a stomach virus, Beloved helped me to bathe in hot, steamy moringa water after being left weak from fever and stomach upset. A couple days later, Beloved would also suffer from the same symptoms. This was a disturbing event for both of us. After he recovered, I decided to give Beloved a second look. He had lost a lot of weight in the 48 hours he had suffered from that malady. Even though he was sick, unable to eat, and weak from fever, he would still walk 4 miles to come and see me every morning. Thanks to God, he was able to make it through. This would be like a second chance for us. For 3 years and 4 months, I had insulted him on many occasions. I would tell him, "You're not my type. I have more to lose and you have more to gain. And I'll be getting back with my ex very soon." He was someone who had been the closest to me. Little children loved him. They followed him everywhere. when he walked around the community in the Gambia. Every morning, there would be 7 or 8 little children between the ages of 3 and 10 years old knocking at his gate, waiting to see him. Beloved would always have something to share with the little children. His love for humanity really caught my attention. After meeting him in person for the first time, I quickly recognized he was a compassionate person.